Oh my, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the Big Time Show podcast that is seen here live on YouTube and on Facebook and on Periscope. And of course, it can also be heard live and in color on the podcast home of the Big Time Show podcast, which of course is Podbean. Welcome on this Saturday afternoon to everybody that is listening or watching presently at the moment. Also, hello to everybody that will be listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Tumblr, Twitter, and all the other Google podcasts that you may be listening from a little bit later on. Welcome to the show. Of course, as you know by now, the music that you heard is from my guy, Alec X Winters on Instagram. Alec X Winters on Instagram, and I'm thankful to him for allowing me to use the music that you just heard. He has plenty of that. All you have to do is follow him, and I promise you, you will be happy. Forgive me for looking down right now. I'm trying to share this with a few of the groups that I'm in. How are y'all doing on this Saturday afternoon? How are you doing? You already know that this is a great sports day because it is a lot of things that are on the TV right now. I mean, the NCAA tournament is going on, plenty of basketball. A lot of upsets have already happened. The Memphis Tigers just got through playing a couple, maybe about an hour ago, in which they won their game in the NIT tournament. So here in Memphis, I know that we are extremely happy and proud of the Tigers for pulling it out today, and they move on to play Boise State, I believe on March the 25th. So Memphis is a little happy today. We also have the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, my team, that is presently playing right now the Atlanta Hawks on their own TV. That's if you have the NBA League Pass, of course. You can see that. And that is on right now. If you're a golfing fan, which I am, golf is on right now. I mean, it's so much sports on today. It is unbelievable. But you guys are not here to talk today about all that kind of stuff. We're here to talk Cowboy stuff today for a little bit. And I come on today and we got breaking news for those that have not heard. The Cowboys have just signed Kean O'Neal, the safety from the Atlanta Hawks. He just signed a one-year deal, supposedly worth $5 million. If you don't know much about Neal, he is very familiar with Coach Quinn, who's our defensive coordinator. That's who he played under. And Joe Witt, who is our secondary coach. He just rejoins the system that he already knows. And so he's here. He's a first-round draft pick 5 years ago. He was a Pro Bowl safety. And so he is, he's probably a good sign. Now, some of you are going to be asking me the question like, why you say probably? Well, I got a few issues already. I have this. I got a question mark about him. I got a real question mark about him because Kean O'Neal was, although he's considered to be, when you get drafted in the first round, it's pretty good. But here's my problem with him. Neil, in case you don't know, if you're a Cowboy fan, so there's probably a chance you wouldn't know anyway. But let me tell you what my issue is. Number one, he was drafted in 2016. He made the Pro Bowl in 2017. He is a first round draft pick. LeBron James just went down real hard, clutching his calf, knee, or something. That's not good. He's on the ground. Okay. He was drafted in 16. He made the Pro Bowl in 2017. And then he's nowhere to be found after that. He missed 15 games in 2018 because he tore his ACL. And then he missed 13 games in 2019 after tearing his Achilles tendon. So, I'll say it again. He was drafted in 2016, first round pick. He missed 15 games the very next year in 18 for tearing up the ACL. And then he missed 13 games coming back in 2019 after tearing his Achilles. And then he came back last year off an Achilles injury. Hey, Kean. Yeah, I see you. I'm skeptical. It's a good signing. He can play without a doubt. He knows the game, and he's a Pro Bowl safety. He's only 26, I believe, years old. He's young. We only signed him to a 1-year deal, and somebody may be saying why, because the TV money gonna come into play, and it is what it is. So I like it, but I got a question mark about his injury history. I really do. Who knows? Usually you don't come back until maybe about a good year after you had an Achilles injury. I mean, you can play, but it's just widely known that you're not back to your real self until maybe a year after you come back. So if that is the case, then hopefully he's over that big injury bug that he had, and hopefully he will come and do what he needs to do. As Kean, hey Kean, I see you. Kean has said that he's familiar with Queen systems. Kean, most of us saw this guy. Yeah, we all knew that he would be the perfect fit because this is all that Neil knows. Ever since he got drafted, he's been with Dan Quinn. So evidently Quinn likes him. I would assume that Quinn and Joe Witt spoke highly of him and encouraged the signing. Another good thing about him is that there's rumors that is saying that he can play the outside linebacker position, which is good because that's position flex. He's big enough, supposedly. He plays big. Everyone knows about him. Neil, they say that he's incredible in the box. In the box, he's big time, without a doubt. Inside the box, he's what you're looking for. He's known as a run support safety. In coverage, he's not that great. If you go against some of his scouting report say if you go against some of the better tight ends, he's at a disadvantage. But my thing to that is, and in that most strong safeties, You know, these better tight ends, you can't hold them. So one-on-one, he's not that great. But as far as run support, he's excellent at that. And like I said, he was drafted in 2016, and he made the Pro Bowl in 2017. So we're not talking about no trash here at all. It is a good signing. I just hope that the young man can stay healthy. And now with him back there, the secondary has just got better. No doubt about it. My problem with the Cowboys so far, and I'll get into this in a little bit, is that I want guys that's going to make an immediate impact. Yeah, hey Glenn, I see you on Podbean. Yeah, the bracket is through. My NCAA bracket was through after about the first hour. it was already shot. I think on ESPN, I think they say it's only 100,000 perfect brackets that's out right now, and they think it started off with about 5 million. So everybody's bracket is shot. I mean, just shot. So I don't even want to watch. I'm just enjoying the tournament now. It's over with. But with Neil, going back to Neil, he just made us better. He did. He's better than Xavier Woods already. Now, how about that? Can we just start with the obvious? He's better than Xavier Woods already. Already. And speaking of Xavier Woods, I don't know what Xavier Woods is getting ready to do now. Unless you're telling me that Neil is coming in and playing strictly linebacker, and I just don't understand that. I don't see that. But if he is, if Neil is here to play safety, then Xavier Woods just lost his job. Because Donovan Wilson will be starting next year. No doubt about that. You throw in Diggs now, you throw in Neil, and you throw in Donovan Wilson. You have a pretty good start in your secondary coming into next year. You do. We're better already just with the signing of Kean O'Neal. No doubt about it. We're better. I just want somebody to make an impact, which now leaves me. I ain't going to be with you guys long because so much on TV. Y'all ain't looking anyway. Y'all want to watch the game and stuff, and I do too. So, but I appreciate you guys hanging with me and joining with me so far. This is what I have to say. I was very disappointed this week with the Cowboys' methods and actions. I didn't like what I was seeing because I'm starting to see, and I'm starting to see the same old story. Hey, Matt, I see you, man. What's going on? When I saw the signings this week, I just shook my head because the more the years go by, it seems like we haven't learned absolutely anything. That's my whole thing, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. When I see what the Patriots have done, and I realize they got the money to do it, it's just that they made the decision that we're going to go in all in, we're going to go after some stuff, and we're going to get the right players in. That's what I see from Bill Belichick and them. I saw the Rams do this a couple years ago, and they went and got a bunch of free agents, and they went to the Super Bowl. They lost, but they went. I just saw the Buccaneers do the same thing last year. And they just said, hey, we're going to try to win now. And we're going to get some veteran players in here. And we're going to go in and try to win the Super Bowl. And they did. And I don't know why Stephen Jones, and this primarily Stephen Jones, wants to hold on to this nickel and dime approach and draft and develop approach when everybody else is showing you the blueprint to win. I mean, it's a copycat league. And whether you got the money or not, you can at least get me one player. I ain't asking for a whole team. Give me one player that's going to go on this offense or defense from a veteran standpoint. Okay? I don't need 4 or 5. I need one player. Just one. That's what I was looking for earlier this week. I must admit, as my brother G comes on, G Cowboy comes on, that with the signing of Kean O'Neal, we just got what I've been begging for. What I've been begging for is get me somebody on this offense that will become an immediate starter and one that will make an immediate impact. I see you, Kean, saying we could have had Dalvin Thompson and Harris. That's true. But here's the criteria for the Cowboys. The criteria for the Cowboys is, number one, can we get you cheap? Then number two, it seems to be we want to get guys that's coming off injuries. And they may have names, but they got to prove themselves. That automatically knock their price down. That's what Neal does here. Neal is injury prone. I just told you in 2018 he missed. I don't want to misquote it here. In 2018 he missed 15 games after tearing his ACL, and then in 2019 he missed 13 games for tearing up his Achilles. Okay? So even though he was drafted in 16, it's obvious he's injury prone. And he's had some serious injuries. I hope in 2020 he came back, no injury problem. Look, if Neal is healthy, we just made a steal. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you seen the game film on him, hey, one thing about him, and I was coming to that, GG, Neal will pop you. Neal is I'm gonna go ahead and give him his nickname now, off what I've seen from him. Neal is now known to me as the enforcer. Yeah. If you was a wrestling fan, you remember the Four Horsemen. You remember Arn Anderson was named the enforcer. In other words, he was the hard hitter of the crew. Now, Donovan Wilson, let me tell you something. I just want you to start imagining. We all know what Donovan Wilson can do. Donovan Wilson is all world type ability. In other words, he's a ball hawk, and Donovan Wilson will knock your head off. That's the same thing Neal would do. Neal isn't known as a coverage guy. Neal isn't known as he's not known as that. What Neal primarily does is get inside that box for run support, and he will knock your head off. That's what we need. Yeah. I even said, yeah, Diggs is I see you, GT. I just said a few minutes ago that as of today, the secondary of 3/4 of it ain't too bad. Diggs is only going to get better. Wilson is going to get only better. Neal comes to us after his first year as one of the best safeties in the game, as a Pro Bowl. In his second year. So the secondary is much better as of right now. If he's playing safety, he can play a little weak side linebacker also. But as of today, our secondary is way better today. Now the only question is who's going to complete the 4? And that's where all the drama is going to start. Will it be a rookie, as in Fairley or Surtain? Or Do we got one more card in our hand to go after a veteran cornerback? Now, there's rumors going around talking about, I don't think it's going to happen, but somebody said something about trading Gallup for Gilmore. Okay, who's 31 years old, defensive player of the year. I'm just going to say this. I don't think it's going to happen, but let me say this. If Gilmore comes to the Cowboys, we are legit in the secondary. No doubt about it. Diggs on one side, Gilmore, Neal, and Wilson, that's a secondary. Our defense, just if we did that, our defense automatically jumps from 30-something to maybe about, with Gilmore, we'll jump to maybe about 19 immediately. Because you got to respect Gilmore. Gilmore takes away a side of the field. So I don't want to hear about the logistics, and I know some of y'all will be saying, no, don't take away Dak record. I would somewhat agree with that. I'm just telling you, if it happens, the defense will go to the level that we're talking about. You can do a lot of stuff if you do give Gilmore. However, I'll bring it down a notch for you. I'll bring it down a notch. Now, since Neal is in the fold now, since we got Neal, I don't need Gilmore. I'll take him. I'll take him now. But if you just go give me Malcolm Butler and put him on that side, with Neal, Wilson, Diggs, and Malcolm Butler, I'm telling you, we ready. We can go play football. We can go play football. We can go play football right now. Give me it. Now, if you're telling me it's Surtain and Fairley, then I'm going to say that Surtain or Fairley or J.C. Horn or Asante Samuel Jr., whoever it is, if we go on the rookie route, then what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to grow up real quick. Now, they're going to get picked on, but they got to grow up real quick. By week 6 or 7, they should be ready to roll. Because they're going to get tore up now. They're going to get hit. Real easy. They're going to get lit up. They're rookies. However, let me throw this one in, because I think this deserves some consideration. Since Anthony Brown is on the team, okay. If you tell me that Jordan Lewis is a starting cornerback, I will do that too. Yes. I don't care how short Jordan Lewis is. Jordan Lewis, because he was come from my school, my favorite college team, Michigan Wolverines. Jordan Lewis was a first-team All-American at corner. He didn't play inside. He played outside. Jordan Lewis is very capable of playing outside. If you tell me it's Diggs, Jordan Lewis, Neal, and Donovan Wilson, I will take that. Quickly. I will take that immediately. I don't have no problem with it. I will take that. Just give me some, and Jordan Lewis is a dog. That's what I need. I need dogs on the field. So exactly. We forgot about him. And see with Anthony Brown there, and I don't want Anthony Brown, but hey, he got experience and he ain't going nowhere, so we might as well let it go. You can move Brown in the slot. Okay? You can move Brown. Brown can play the slot. Brown can also play outside, but I don't want him starting. I mean, I don't want him starting. I know Brown going to get 8 alive. I done seen too many years of it. So I ain't too hype about that if he was. Give Jordan Lewis a shot. If you're not going to, if we're not drafting cornerback at 10. If we're drafting cornerback at 10, you automatically know that one of them guys will be starting eventually. It's going to happen. You don't draft a guy at 10 and let him ride the bench all year. That's not going to happen. So if we draft a cornerback, they will eventually be our starters. We got it. Just all depends. The options are there now. The options are there. If that rumor is true with Gilmore, man, look, which I don't have a problem with. Y'all, excuse me, just for 1 second. Do not leave. Just stay with me for just 1 second. Y'all probably can hear me anyway. I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with Michael Gallup getting traded. I don't have a problem with Michael. I don't have a problem. Some of y'all not gonna like it. Some of y'all not gonna like it. I don't have a problem with Michael Gallup getting traded. Why? Because we're not gonna be able to sign him next year anyway. He's gonna be a free agent. He's gonna want big time money, and we're not gonna pay him. So my theory is, why don't you just go ahead, get something for him now, whether that's a pick or a player or whatever. That's why I don't have a problem with Michael Gallup. You say, oh, don't take away Dak's weapons. Don't take away Dak's weapons. That'll make this offense not good. No, it won't. All that will happen is CeeDee Lamb will move to outside. And the third receiver, we still loaded. And from the third receiver position, we'll be good. It's more potent with Gallup in there, but I mean, let's look. Our third receiver will be who? What? As of now, Cedric Wilson, maybe? We good. If you sign another free agent, Malcolm Butler, we legit. Yes. We're legit. That's just outside. If you draft one, we just gonna have to play the wait and see game. Hopefully they come in and are decent enough. Or you can just look within. Another wild card, Geechee, that nobody ain't talking about is, what's all this talk with Reggie Robinson? And see, Reggie is a wild card because Reggie can play safety and corner. Now, I'm not saying he's supposed to start nowhere. I'm just saying he's a wild card. I don't know nobody really knows how the coaching staff really looks at Reggie. Is he ready to play? And if he is ready to play, where are you putting him? That's the wild card, if you ask me. So I love what we did today. Exactly. I see you, Geechee. See, that's another a little small wild card in this thing. And with all of these people that were drafting, I'm not drafting, but the secondary have just gotten a lot crowded, which common sense may tell me again, and some of y'all don't have to agree with my premise here, but if we got all this, let's look at secondary. We got Robinson, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, Diggs, did I say Jordan? We got about at least 4 to 5 guys. We got C.J. Goodwin, Donovan Wilson. The secondary is crowded. Are we drafting the corner at 10? I mean, I'm serious now. If we sign another free agent at corner, we're not drafting 10. We're not drafting the corner at 10. If you sign Butler, if we go after Butler, we're not drafting at 10. At least trying to draft a corner. We're not. The secondary already too crowded. I'm just saying, and it's starting to kind of lean that direction. It slowly is. But I like the Neal signing because that kind of opens a lot of things up. He has position flex. He can play linebacker and he can play safety. I love it. I just hope he stay healthy. Exactly, Geechee. Y'all see that there? Y'all see the statement that Geechee just made? We got 10 cornerbacks under contract. 10. And, some of them were high draft picks. Some of them are signed. Some of them have nice contracts that you know that they're not about to go to no practice squad. Yeah, there you go. Smith and Robinson may probably be our practice squad guys. I'm saying if you draft one, they make 11. Or if you go get a free agent, that's gonna be it. That's just my theory. So I'm starting. Things are slowly but surely clearing up. Now, let me get to my part earlier this week, and then I got one more thing to say, and then I'll let you guys go. This week, I was kind of like, what are we doing? If we really want to make an impact, we really need to go get somebody that's going to change everything. I ain't talking about a Hall of Fame type player. No, just give me somebody that's going to be an immediate starter that you got to say, okay, we got that, they got that guy. And with the signings this week, I had a problem with it. So let's look at this real quick. You guys see that. I had a real problem with it. This come from Dallas Cowboy Nation. Look to your left there and you'll see the additions. Focus in on the last three on the addition part. Those are the guys that we signed this week. Brent Urban, Carlos Watkins, Terrell Basham. When I first saw it, y'all, I was like, we're doing the same old thing. And essentially, we are doing the same old thing. However, after really investigating it a little bit better, I'll just go one by one. When we look at Brent Urban, to really appreciate him, you're going to have to go watch his game tape. He's very strong. Very strong. He's not a playmaker, defensive tackle. He's more of a plugger. In other words, when I say he's a plugger, he's the kind of guy that's going to plug up the hole. He's going to hold up the block. He's going to allow your linebackers to run and go make plays. That's the kind of guy he is. He's another Tyrone Crawford type. Tyrone Crawford was a good player for us. Urban is a good player. He's okay. He's just not a gigantic name. When I first saw it, I said, okay, another rotational guy. I can't take it no more. We got to have it. Carlos Watkins is some slaw. Now y'all can say whatever you want to say. I don't care what y'all say. Carlos Watkins need to be shipped back to wherever he came from. He's lazy. He's not. Don't have a high motor. He rarely makes plays. He's just a camp body, if you ask me. He may, when it's all said and done, he may not even make the team. But we signed him. I don't like him. I don't care what y'all say. I don't like him. Terrell Basham, on the other hand, is a different cat. After watching him, he can come in and make an impact. He's quick. He has a high motor. He hustles. And he makes plays. I like him. He'll just be in that rotation with Dorrance Armstrong, and hopefully Bradley or Nye will get some time this year, who we really don't know about yet. We really need to get him going because I think he can make a difference too. You got that guy. You got, of course, you got D-Law. You got Randy Gregory. He will just become another pass rusher, but Basham can play. Now, here's the thing about all three of those signings combined. Once you look at it, even though I just trashed Carlos Watkins, here's what the stats say. All three of those guys are excellent against the run. They have high grades, according to Pro Football Focus, about playing against the run. In other words, our run defense, which of course we know is our problem, our run defense just got better with the signing. Our run defense just got better with the signing. And you just signed Neal, who's known as making a difference. He's more kind of like a Roy Williams type guy. I'm serious. This guy, Neal will hit you. Intimidating type shots. Just like Donovan Wilson. I'm talking about they'll pop you. And if you got two head hunters in your secondary, please understand what that does to your football team. It makes your team a physical football team, which is what I've been begging for. It makes your team a physical football team immediately. Folks that will knock your head off. That's what you have. And so what we need to do is kind of like, hold on, wait and see. And I don't know if some of you guys are chatting right now. Hey, Poopski. Hey, on Poopski on YouTube. Now, excuse me, on Podbean. I can't see your comments right now for some reason. I don't know. But if you're saying something and I'm not recognizing it, I don't know what the problem is, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Somebody say something to me just so I can know if something that I need to do on this end. Somebody say something to me real quick. Say hello, goodbye, whatever. I don't know. Say something to me. And if you're typing and saying something, I can't see it. I can't. Okay. I'm not going to refresh it because I don't want to lose you guys. But that's what I have to say about the signings. Is not as bad as what you think it is. It is not. Hey, Emmanuel, there you go. Okay, so the comments out there. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you. Hey, Nate, thank you. They let me know. I'm good. I was just about to refresh it, but I'm good now. I know y'all there. All right. So it's not as bad as we think. But you did, Jigichi. See, what I'm grateful for is I'm grateful, y'all, that I have a Cowboy family. They're not a group. In one Pacific group, I consider them my family, my Cowboy brothers and sisters. Geechee, who y'all see there, is Jaquel, I think that's his name, McHale Sr. We call him Geechee. That's his name, Geechee. He's a part of that family. And what their job is, at least for me, is that we calm each other down because most of us are fat, film-watching Cowboy fans. And before we make judgments, we investigate all angles, and then we come to the conclusion. Okay? Geechee has done that for me. As you can see by his comment. Geechee told me, just hold up, bitch. Don't throw everybody in the trash yet. Okay? Don't throw them in the trash. Let's investigate this thing. And then if you feel that way, then it is what it is. Now, Geechee, I will say this. Watkins is some trash. I don't care what you say. I done watch him. I study him. I don't care what Pro Football Focus say. I don't care. He's lazy, no motor, no nothing. Basham, motor. Urban, motor. Watkins, no sir. I know, no. I can't get with him. So you can't hit a home run on every free agent. Neal, dog. Finally got a dog. Finally. I'm feeling a little bit better about this thing now. Okay? I see what they're doing. They're getting people in to stop the run. That's what they're doing. We had a problem on the run. They're going to get some guys who were pretty good against the run and going to put them together. Let's see how it works. Hopefully Tristan Hill is better and healthy. Hey, Fred, what's up, Newt? I see Newt said we're going to get a linebacker, probably Nick Bolton out of Missouri. Well, the draft is slowly but surely becoming a best player available draft now because of what we've done in free agency. We ain't really too much looking for no more defensive linemen, defensive tackles. And then we get them, they're not playing. See, we talking about these guys. We still got Gallimore, Antoine Woods, Tristan Hill, and I just called out 2 starters. And if Gallimore takes a step up again, because he was much better at the end of the year, if Gallimore steps up, oh my goodness. Some of these guys may not even see time anyway. That's just the truth. We know what Antoine Woods can do. Antoine Woods is a good player. Tristan Hill was on his way before he tore his knee up. So things are getting interesting. It really is. I'm not popping champagne bottles either, though, Geechee. I know you here. I'm not popping champagne bottles because as I leave you now, I told you I'm not going to keep you long. There's too much good stuff on TV right now. However, I'm not impressed by Stephen Jones. I'm not even to call out Jerry. This is Stephen Jones. Let me tell y'all something. We are in trouble. We are in real trouble if Stephen Jones take over. Let me tell you why. Because he is committed to this process that he has in his head. Number one, all this talk about not going shopping on day one on free agency. It's some folks you need to do that to. Okay? And this say, nope. We're not going to do it on day one free agency. Nope. I don't care if he's a Hall of Famer. Nope. I don't care if he just went to 5 Pro Bowl. Nope. I'm not spending no money on day one. That right there will let me know that you ain't just, come on now. He has in his head that he's going to go shopping on day 2 and day 3. That's just automatic with Stephen Jones. I don't like it. And he's cheap as all outdoors. So you got to start fast forward and start thinking like, okay, if he's like this now, imagine what it's going to be like when he finally takes over the whole team. And there ain't no sense of you and folks saying, well, he might take over and then he might hire a general manager. It still don't make no difference. His process is going to win because he's dedicated to not going over the cap. He's dedicated to keeping things under the cap. He believes in top tier 3 and 4 free agents, top 3 and 4 tier free agents, not the superstars, not the, hey, mama, I see my mama, hey, mama. He's not dedicated to those type of guys. So even in the future, his general manager say, hey, we need this guy. How much he cost? No, we ain't taking him. This is not a good sign, y'all. The only reason why we get Neil is because Neil has pretty much come off injured. Neil is trying to prove himself. He's a big name, but if he was a big name without injury, we wouldn't be going after because he'll demand, $10+ million a year. That's the only reason why. The other safety that everybody talking about coming in for the Colts. If we sign him, then good, but he's injury prone too. That's how Stephen Jones shops. And if this is what it's gonna be like, I don't like the recipe, y'all. I don't. We'll forever be in this mode right here. Here's the mode that the Cowboys have been in for the last 6 to 7 years. That we're depending on the talent to be so good that it overrides the mistakes of the front office. That's where we are. That the offense is so, look, it's almost kind of like right now. The talent is so good that it will override the mistakes of Kellen Moore's play call. They tried with defense that the talent hopefully will be so good that it will make up for the lack of coaching. That's where we are. Hopefully, Dan Quinn has brought the proper people in. As I said to you earlier, we're better today, right now, than where we were last year already. With the signing of Neal, we're already better in the secondary than what we were at any point last year. We're already better. And somebody's going to say, man, we ain't played a game. Look, you just don't get guys like Neal, who was an all-pro, and then talking about we the same. Neal is better than Xavier Woods right now. Right now. I don't know what we're going to do with Xavier Woods. I know what we need to do. He need to be getting ready to pack his bag, get out of Dallas. He needs right now to start packing right now because he just lost a starting job today. Donovan Wilson is your starter. Neal is your starter. If they get the kid from the coach, forgive me for not knowing his name right now, he will be your starter at safety. Neal may end up playing linebacker. So Xavier Woods is, he gone. That's the way I see it. We need to be trading him now. See, we can pick up a 7th round pick or whatever. Do what we got to do. But you got to get rid of him because he's not going to be on the team next year. You ask me? I got to throw one last theory up. Before I do that, let me close out with Stephen Jones. We better hit a home run in this draft here. Because the future, you will figure that the Cowboys are not going to be drafting 10 next year. Barring crazy injury, we'll probably be drafting our usual spot, from 17 on down, 16 on down, somewhere in that area there. We better hit a home run while we got the chance, while we picking early in the first round, picking early in the second round. I think we got 2 picks in the third round. We got 4 compensatory picks automatically. They're late in the draft. We got to hit a home run in this draft here. We got to. Because I don't trust Stephen Jones. I don't like him. I like him, I'm saying, but I don't like his system. Especially when you see what the other teams are doing. They're going after it. He still believes in this draft and develop stuff, and I just can't. I just don't get it. We need to win now. Let me close with this. When it's all said and done, depending on between now and Tuesday, now and Tuesday, there's a great possibility that the Cowboys are going to sign somebody else. If we sign another cornerback, we're not drafting corner at 10, which opens up a lot of issues. Could my dream finally come true of possibly adding picks at 10 and making this offense unguardable? I've already told y'all, if we add Kyle Pitts to this offense would be totally unguardable. You have to pick your poison. Who you gonna take out? My dream would be if we sign another corner, my dream could possibly come true. If not, will we go with the safe pick, which will still be a good pick, it just won't be a splash pick, and that is drafting Slater from Northwestern, who can play tackle or guard. That even though it's not sexy, even though it's not, whoa, you're not gonna run and shout and all that kind of stuff. If you draft it, it would be a pretty good pick. That's if you take care of corner. That's what I have to say about that part. I have a problem with Stephen Jones Day because it's the same old thing. That's what I titled this podcast today. It's the same old system. It's the same old methods. It's the same old strategy by Stephen Jones. Do not go get the big name free agents. Get you these tier 3 and 4 free agents, and is stay cheap. Donald says don't count out Waddle. Again, if you get Waddle, you know, if you're trading away Gallup, then that makes sense. But if you have plans on keeping Gallup, then Waddle comes in as your 4th receiver. And I'm not drafting at 10 for no 4th receiver. I mean, let's just be honest. Cooper's your number 1. Gallup, Gallup is technically your other outside, and let make Lamb your 3, who can play outside and inside. So, that's what I'm saying. If you trade in Gallup, then that makes sense. I'll go with Waddle, and that would make us unguardable too. You put Waddle there with Cooper and Lamb on the inside. Oh my God, woo-wee. Or Waddle on the inside, which would probably be even better. Waddle on the inside and Lamb on the outside. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And Jarwin as the tight end. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yeah. Only if Gallup is traded does that make sense, Donald. If Gallup is traded, then what you say it makes sense. But if he's not traded, drafting Waddle don't, even though it's nice, but it don't make sense. At least for this year. And we don't need to draft Waddle for just in case Gallup leaves next year. We don't need to draft like that. But I get what you're saying. Only if Gallup is traded. If he's traded, then what you just said makes 100% sense. I'll give you that. So, but what I'm saying is with the signing on the defensive side, and if you want to look for something, y'all, watch and see if we sign another cornerback. If we sign another cornerback, free agency, like a Malcolm Butler or something like that, or another starter as a cornerback, we're not drafting cornerback at 10. If that's the case. I promise you that. We're not. Geechee just put out something a little earlier and said that we already got 10 guys on the contract as corners in the secondary. So, I mean, it just don't even make sense. Oh, yeah, Donald. You can't help but love Pitts. He's a generational talent. He's a difference maker. He makes your offense immediately better. On this team, if you put Pitts on this team, what he does, he makes this offense legitimately a superhero type offense. It's a mismatch problem everywhere. Every defensive coordinator will lose sleep messing with this team if you put Pitts on. You don't know. You have to make a real decision on who you're going to try to take out of the game and hope that everybody else don't go off. I mean, let's just play it. I done it before, but I just like talking about it. If you put Pitts on this team, who you doubling? You got to double somebody. Okay, let's just say you double Cooper. That means Gallup will have one-on-one, Lamb will have one-on-one in the slot, and Pitts will have one-on-one. I mean, good Lord. If you double team, and here's the other thing. If you're doubling, that means you're not stacking the box. So we all know what that means. Here comes Ezekiel Elliott out the backfield without a stacked box. I mean, he just makes his team unguardable. He does. Dak Prescott will throw for 5,000 plus yards next year if you get there. Don't want him to, but we talking about, we want Ezekiel to run the ball without a doubt. But let's just be honest with you. When you got weapons like this, you got to do something. When you got weapons like that, ain't no such thing. Hey, we're gonna run Ezekiel like Tennessee run Derrick Henry. No, you stack the box against this team, you're gonna pay the price. I love Pitts. I hope we do it. But it's really all depending on free agency. I told you, free agency was gonna tell us a lot. Exactly. No. That's exactly what I just said. Elliott will run for 1,600 yards next year if you add a pitch to this thing. Easy. We'll score. I mean, we were scoring a lot of points anyway, but you add this guy. Oh my God. Woo. So that is a lot of it all depends on this last couple of days of free agency. Pay attention, because the next signing, if there is another signing in the secondary, will tell you that some of the things that we've been talking about the draft probably will not happen. If we draft another corner, that's a starter, somebody like a Malcolm Butler, then what they tell me is we're not drafting a corner at 10, which brings all these other scenarios up. If we don't sign another starting corner, then the cornerback thing come back into play. But here's my other theory. Are we drafting really at 10? See, we got to get a starter. We got to have a starter. Or I don't know. As I said earlier, I mean, it's a lot of scenarios. Is Jordan Lewis going to be the starting corner now? I wouldn't have no problem with that. I have a problem with Anthony Brown starting at corner, because I already seen that, and I know what's going to happen. See? You see what I'm saying? If you're telling me Jordan Lewis is starting at corner, and you're telling me that Anthony Brown is my slot corner, I will take it. I will take that. I'll say, let's play football. Let's go play. With Jordan Lewis on the outside and Diggs on the other side, and now Neal is safety and Donovan Wilson is my secondary. Oh, yes. Let's go play. I'll take it. I want that. I'll take that. I don't know if that's going to be the decision right now, or will they give Jordan Lewis that opportunity. I don't know if they'll do that, but I will roll with that. I would. So we got to really pay attention in the next couple of days. Cowboys are kind of opening up the play now. You can see the hand, and you can start kind of figuring out what's going on now. The reason why they signed those guys earlier, because all three of them are good against the run. Go check out Pro Football Focus, type in the name of our signing guys, our guys who signed this week, and you'll see that these guys have high grades against the run. So they're addressing the issue that have killed us in the last 2-3 years. That was big. Okay? So you starting to see that. We signed a strong safety. We've been begging for a safety. Guess what? We got one. A dog. Kean O'Neal is a dog. Just stay hurt. He's a Pro Bowl safety. He's a dog. We done attacked that issue. Now it's just corner now. It's just corner. And how we attack the corner position will tell us about how we're going to do the draft. That's all I got, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. It's too much stuff on TV right now. That's why I'm trying to rush y'all. Some of y'all want to get back to it. I appreciate you guys hanging with me for this. As my clock is saying, this 1 hour and 2 minutes. I appreciate you so much for hanging with me. Unless y'all got me a couple questions for me, I don't care. I'll stay with you just for a little while longer. Thanks to those that are listening on Podbean. Listen, if you want to become a patron on Podbean, you should see something there that says become a patron, or you should see the red bag there. Go ahead and click on that and read that. And if you're interested, you become a patron of the show. It's easy. It's not required. Appreciate you, Kean. Thank you so much for hanging with me, man. If you want to become a patron here on Facebook, Podbean, or YouTube, there it is there for you, $, the Big Time Show. If you want to become a patron, if you like what I do, if you just want to support me in this adventure, go ahead and you can do that, and I'd appreciate it. If not, I just appreciate you lending me your ear. So I appreciate that. If you want to get in contact with me, there it is on your screen for Facebook and Periscope and YouTube, the Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. You can send me whatever you want. If you want to do advertising on the show, you can hit me on that email there, and I will take care of you immediately. I also, if you just want to tell me some ideas for the show, I got a good ear. Go ahead and tell me what you think, or what do you think I'm missing, or whatever. I appreciate it. The Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. If you're on Podbean and you're interested in that, the email is, I guess I probably need to type it for you for those that may be there. I'll do that for you on Podbean, the Big Time Show at gmail.com. And there it is, just in case you want to see it. There it is on your screen there, Podbean. You see that? The Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. You can get with me on that. Thank y'all so much for hanging with me. I appreciate you. Y'all go enjoy the games. There's so much on. The Lakers are playing. Of course, the NCAA tournament is going on. You can't miss anything right now. I will see you guys on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. On the Big Time Show again, as we'll probably, no doubt, have something else to talk about probably another possible signing or a lack of no signings. And we'll see exactly what's going to happen. We have a lot of visits that's going on, a lot of free agents visiting next week with the Cowboys. Maybe another signing, who knows? We'll see. But until then, hey, I appreciate you guys so much for hanging with me. I'll see you guys on Tuesday of next week here at the one and only, the Big Time Show.